Hi, my name is Crystal and I'm an entrepreneur. Never stop until you reach your goals. I still don't have a Tesla mainly because I'm in a lot of debt and I can't afford it, so I'm never going to stop. I will be the next Jeff Bezos and I don't care if he's a white man and it's only one man out of thousands of people who have tried to do the exact same thing. A lot of people tell me, well, you're just a part of some multi-level marketing scheme. You didn't graduate high school. You didn't go to college. You don't really have a good job. You're in tons of debt. And you know what I tell them? I call them haters because that's what they are. I haven't slept in years. My family doesn't even know I'm alive. That's how dedicated I am to the hustle. Family cannot drag you down and they cannot be an excuse because there is no excuse for you to not do well. My blood is pure caffeine. I legally cannot drive anymore, but that won't stop me. Nothing will, not even the law. You know what? I'm not gonna let me not graduating high school and not getting a college degree and getting in a lot of debt and having a crumbling relationship and not having any kids, even though all my friends are married. Anything that involves eating, sleeping, besides anything like drinking coffee is a waste of time. My mind literally never stops moving. These thoughts, $1,000 baby. You wish you could be me. When they ask me to shoot, I ask them how high. I came up with that one myself. They tell me stop. Your life habits are unhealthy. That sounds like negativity and that sounds like someone who doesn't want to put in the effort to become successful. So the other day, this guy comes up to me and asks me, how do you do it? How do you get so successful? And I tell him, well, you know nothing and I know everything. That man grew up to be the Elon Musk. Please do not fact check that. Live, laugh at other people who don't work hard, and love that you work hard and that other people are below you. You have to be better. You have to go above. You have to jump above that bar, raise the bar, lower the bar, bring it back up again. You see this pineapple here? This could be my next business. This could be your next business. You never know because those ideas, they come at you in all different directions and you can never predict it. Keep them hustling, keep them guessing, keep yourself going. Don't drag yourself down. Take this. Let it be your pineapple moment, honey. Let no one drag you down. Create the business you want to create. Create the life you want to create. You take charge. Take a hold of this pineapple. Chuck it at the nearest person. I don't care. Maybe that's your next business. Trademarked. Don't steal the pineapple moment thing. That is my thing. If you steal it, I will sue you. Hi, my name's Amanda. This is my kitchen, and I just learned about LinkedIn Hustlers. Why don't I fill you in? That makes me sound like I'm from the 50s. Come on, honey. Let's go on a car ride. I don't know what people did in the 50s. Hey there. Before we get into this video, I just wanted to check and make sure, are you subscribed? If not, just take a quick minute, check, see if you are. If you find what I do even remotely entertaining, it'd be super awesome if you could support me and hit that notification bell, like, subscribe. It may not mean a whole lot to you, but it means a lot to me. I'm not gonna pull the whole, like, 70% of people who watch my videos aren't subscribed, even though it is true. So if you do wanna help me out, that would be much appreciated. But without further ado, let's get into the video. There we go. Little Blaha shirt can have some light there. I want you to think of the most nauseatingly motivational situation you have ever been in, something that really wanted to make you throw up. Now, times that by 10, and you've got yourself a little band of people that I like to call the LinkedIn Motivational Hustlers. LinkedIn, for me, is a very confusing place. I don't like how outed you are by the liking and stalking features. Personally, I like to stalk people in private. That's the whole point of stalking. Anyways, that's a rant for another day. I've recently started using it after I graduated high school, and I'm starting to become more familiar with what LinkedIn has and the groups of people who are on LinkedIn because there's a lot and they're very weird. There are many sections to LinkedIn. I wouldn't necessarily call these ones my favorite, but they're the ones I've seen a lot. There's posting racist stuff and hoping to get away with it section. There is the I desperately need a job, please give me a job section. There is the hitting on women in the DMs and the I have business, give me money section. Sadly, I do have a lot of experience with those. If you do that, please stop. And last but not least, we have the motivational hustlers of LinkedIn. Recently, there was a meme going around about some LinkedIn post that was put onto Twitter, and it was just basically like, I gave this homeless person a job, I'm so good, love me, I'm a god, and everyone was making fun of it, rightfully so. If you think that kind of post is terrible, wait till you start doing a deep dive, because after my research that I have done, it gets worse. It gets a lot worse. So strap in, grab yourself something to drink, and let's dive into the weird world of motivational hustlers on LinkedIn.
Oh, okay, all right. So this one is called What is Your Excuse? And it's followed up by a video of a man with only one arm cycling. So obviously this is going to be motivational. It's going to be something about if he can do it, you can do it too. Yeah, okay. After seeing this post, if you still have excuses, then my friend, no one can help you out. Praying hands emoji. I already hate this. Okay, let's keep going. Not to give up under any circumstances should be the motto of our life. We shall try and I can't even read it. That's how bad my brain doesn't want to comprehend any of this. Not to give up under any circumstances should be the motto of our life. We shall try again and again, and we are bound to succeed. There will be obstacles, but we'll have to defy them. So do not give up, my friend. Your goal is ahead. If you do not give up, you are bound to reach your destined goal, ... target emoji. So guys, stay positive, stay focused, and never get up, and don't get up. And never give up until you reach your goal, target emoji. Just move forward, praying hands. Oh no, in the comments, oh my god, this guy just said, good wishes to all my lovely linkies. Is that what they call people who actually use LinkedIn? Linkies? I hate this. So I mean, overall, I think it's a nice message. You know, don't give up. If this guy can do it, you can do it too. Don't let anything stop you. I mean, I think it's a nice message. But just like imagine you actually talk to people like that in real life.
Oh, what's up, man? You seem kind of down. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just been kind of rough. Like, my dad ended up in the hospital, so that's been, like, really hard on our family. Dude, that sucks. Just remember to keep your head up. Thumbs up emoji. How are you even saying?
Just keep following your dreams.
How are you literally, like, communicating emojis?
Don't stop till you hit your goal.
Dude, my dad's in the hospital. Can you stop?
You know your dreams. You can't stop following them.
I don't know why I talk to you anymore. You do this literally every time.
Okay, so the next one we have here is a poem. Now, this I found, it was very interesting. So this is called, Are You a Hustler? In all caps, ? Striving, thriving, and trailblazing the way for others to come, discovering, hustling, and bustling for the next generation so they can see how it's done. Chase your passion, voice your concerns, and raise hell along the way. Are you a hustler? So then this person replies, yes, I am a hustler. Emojis with shades. How about you? Are you a hustler? And then they just shared a picture of the poem. So first of all, bars, dude. You dropped super bars. I realized I said nothing after that. I have nothing else to say though. I stand by that. Bars, dude. Okay, so this one is a bit of a longer one, but it's interesting. It must be hard seeing status updates on LinkedIn of your friends starting new jobs and you're still on the market. Okay, that I don't like how the phrasing "you're on the market" sounds. It really is creepy. Yes, you feel happy for them, but at the same time, you might be feeling a little envious because you're still looking. I get it. It's normal, especially in this market. I'm going to give you a hashtag job seekers a little tough love because you need it. Okay, so what I don't get is no one asked for that. So it's like this person is coming out here saying, look, I know what will fix your problems. You need tough love from me, a stranger. Here you go. Like, that's literally the definition of no one asked. But I guess some people did because they follow her. Fire emoji. How about turning that feeling of envy into motivation? Use their success to help light a fire in you to take more action. Now, I don't like how this one is phrased because with the fire emoji, it sounds very menacing. It sounds like it's just like you're envious of someone. Burn down their house. You can't let them stop you. If they're dead in a house fire, you can steal their job. Like, what is that supposed to be insinuating? When you're celebrating their successes, why don't you ask your newly employed friend what their job search strategy looked like? So when your friend gets a job, ask them why they took it from you. You should make them feel bad, enough for them to leave their job so you can take it. Like, what kind of terrible friend is that? They get a new job and instead of being like, yeah, good job, man, so proud of you, good job on that new position. And then all of a sudden you just bombard them with like, hey, what happened to our friendship, man? I wanted that job. Why didn't you give me that job? You're a terrible friend. Do all of these hustlers like think like this? Now you might start to see like a common theme of like, don't let anything stop you. You need to motivate yourself. One thing with these posts is it's the exact same thing, but just rehashed and reworded. So if you're looking to create your own like empire of hustler posts, take notes because this is it. This is the epitome. Okay, so our next post here starts off strong with a dad joke. When nothing seems to go right, go left. Look, I appreciate it. I'm a lover of a good dad joke. Why? Sure. Let's go with it. Let's go with it. Maybe it'll motivate someone. I don't know. It's all about changing mindsets. Not that easy sometimes. I know. With determination and courage and positive energy, you can turn any negative situation into a positive. Okay, but I cannot go any further because this sounds like someone that is super hyped up, probably just like chugged 3 Red Bulls and is just spewing motivational stuff. Like there's no script here. He just knows certain lines and he's piecing them together and he's just sitting there like, let's go, you gotta motivate yourself, you gotta work hard, let's go. Don't stop, never stop, you going right, turn left. Hey guys, editing Amanda here. I realized after I finished filming that this sounds 100% like that Shia LaBeouf Just Do It tape. And especially once you start to look further on into that video, when there is no comprehensive storyline, it is just pieces of something stitched together. I just wanted to put that one out there because I feel really dumb for not noticing that earlier. I would hate to be this guy's roommate because like, what if that was their creative process? They're sitting in the room at 3 a.m. screaming this stuff and they're like, hey, hold on. That one's good, write that one down. When you send 1,000 resumes out and receive nada, nothing, well, don't do that anymore. X emoji. So, when you literally cannot get hired, just stop. You're doing it wrong, man. Just stop getting not hired. This is the same energy of that girl who was like, if you're homeless, just buy a house. So it goes on for a little bit about like, you know, send your resume in, meet people in person. But now this part is my favorite. You keep dating the same losers from the same place at the same time. Change it up. Like, am I supposed to not date someone from this time period? Like, am I supposed to be dating like JFK? Theodore Roosevelt? Like, am I just supposed to dig them up from the grave and go, okay, you're my boyfriend now and we're dating now? So I don't quite understand what he means by this. Like, am I supposed to go and date like Marvin the Martian, like some kind of alien? Because they're not from the same place or same time. I don't know where this guy was. I think he means like go to like maybe a different. Can anyone decode this? I'm lost. This is like reading my calculus homework. I don't get it. So this one here, okay. You think it gets worse? It gets worse. Your boss constantly overlooks you for that promotion. Might be the best time to open that side hustle. That side hustle often turns out to be paying more than the 9-to-5 hustle. Don't wait for someone to open the doors to your own life. Your boss keeps constantly looking over you for a promotion. Hold him hostage. Take him in your basement. Make him give you that promotion. Nothing should stop you, not even the law. You gotta hustle. You want that Tesla? You get that Tesla. You gotta show him how much you want that Tesla. I guess felonies are worth it now. So it goes on a little bit more about resiliency, but then this end line I found very interesting. It's owning life, not the other way around. It's your life. Own it, because no one owns you. I mean, like, I hope not. Like, I hope no one owns you. I hope we're kind of past that. That would be nice. I don't know, some days I think we're not. I don't know where to go with this one. So again, take notice with the amount of emojis that were in this one. And apparently dad jokes as a hook work. So again, if you're taking notes, add that one in. So now we're gonna jump into broems. You're probably wondering, what's a broem? Well, it's exactly what I was talking about at the beginning with the Twitter post. If you saw that Twitter post, that was a broem. If you haven't seen it, no worries. We're gonna deep dive into what makes a broem. So first thing, we're gonna check out this post that it was actually an article written by someone and she broke down the components of a good broem. So we have here, we're looking for the 5 key characteristics according to her. We've got the hook, clickbait. One sentence, has to be on LinkedIn. It can be posted at other places though, but we're talking about LinkedIn here. We've got content. Is it emotional, personal? Does the writer seem like they're godlike? They should, if it's a good broem, if they execute it correctly. So for formatting, we've got small paragraphs, sentences are the same way, and then we have big breaks. So if you've taken a look at like the other ones that we've been reading through, they're very short sentences. Paragraphs are 2 sentences minimum, and they're very short, and you've got lots of breaks, lots of emojis. For the closing line, usually you have something cliche, overtly inspirational. It makes you want to throw up if you've done it right. So look out for that. So now let's take a look at an example of a broem. I have one here. This one is very similar to the one that I alluded to at the beginning. So I've had a lot of trouble reading half of these because my brain can't function. Now this one is gonna be extra terrible, so just hang in there with me, okay? I rejected someone who is not cleared interview, but I gave him one more chance to him. He wanted the job badly because in his family current situation was very critical. He attended many interviews, but no one has hired him. As after discussed with him, I came to know about he doesn't have proper experience and job skills for job because he had worked in different field. He's having interest but less knowledge about on this job. I gave him 1 month of time and one more chance too. I guided for him for how to improve his skill. I'm sorry, I can't keep going. Long story short, he gave him the job. He was not clearly supposed to have the job, and then he did well, and the closing line, he's a god. One thing I didn't mention previously, for formatting, if it's spelled terribly, you've done it right. But oh my god, I cannot continue to read this. So this one, again, this one isn't done 100% right because the sentences are very long. There's a lot of paragraphs there. The paragraphs are very long. When you're looking for good broem, you want to see something a little bit shorter. Now, again, the spelling was horrendous, so he's got that on par. He's got the cliche kind of give people a chance because you never know. They might turn out to be a really great employee. We have hashtags in there from what I can see. He's asking for thoughts, so he's getting that interaction. Overall, I would say this is a relatively good broem. It's a good example of what we're going with. He's pulling at the heartstrings again. He's using that whole, like, this person didn't know what he was doing, but his family was in trouble, so I was a god and I gave him a job. That whole idea, if you got the heartstrings, you got it perfect. Overall, I would give this 7 broems out of 10. Now, this one caught my eye, mainly because the first sentence is, we need to stop hiring smart people and telling them what to do. The first thing I took out of that was, we need to stop hiring smart people. Well, I guess my university degree will be for nothing then. Not saying that I'm smart though, but. So I'm not gonna read through all of this because it's just him going on about we shouldn't be telling people what to do. We should be letting them tell us what to do because we're hiring people for a reason. It's, again, we're looking at the formatting. You've got, he knows all, you know nothing kind of attitude. Very short it's a sentence paragraph, so he's got those breaks in there. And the same idea, oh, he's got Steve Jobs in there, so that's good. If you throw in the name of like a really famous rich white guy, they love that. People love that. So I guess if we've learned anything from that one, it's just stop hiring smart people. It's a waste of money. And this one is called How to Check You're Not Writing a Broem Before Posting on LinkedIn. So this is helping people stay away from posting those cliches, even though they work really well because you see them all the time. Surely you've noticed the one-liner fluff-filled post crowding up that feed on LinkedIn. So I like that she's trying to kind of relate to the millennials and Gen Z. She's kind of playing into the hip lingo. It really gives me the Pokemon Go to the polls vibes, if you know what I mean. You know, the post about the sympathetic recruiter who found a revenue driver in the rough when they hired someone who turned up 20 minutes late to their interview with a rumpled shirt. Or the business founder that got sweet revenge on their former tyrannical boss when they bumped into them at a Starbucks. Or any type of hustle-spiration, oh, I like this one. Hustle-spiration, hustle plus inspiration. I'm taking that. She hasn't copyrighted it, so I'm gonna use that for me. Anyways, they post, I didn't read through all of this prior to filming. Oh my gosh, I love this. So she talks about the hustle-spiration where the content wouldn't look out of place on a motivational poster like the keep hanging in there kitty. Okay, I like this lady. I like her already. So anyways, basically this woman is just kind of explaining what broems are to kind of avoid posting them. But what I like is she still kind of plays into the whole formatting of motivational LinkedIn posts, where it's the short sentences, short paragraphs. Even though these sentences are a little bit longer, it's not like an essay. So even though this one isn't necessarily a motivational post, I just wanted to include this one. I found it very funny that it was talking about broems in the first place. And I still find it interesting that they are using the kind of average motivational post formatting, where it's a relatively short sentence, but lots of paragraphs, and those paragraphs have maybe like 1 or 2 sentences. So the next one here takes a broem and just completely runs with it in, it's another direction. I think that's the nicest way I can put it. It goes, my daughter had her first co-ed soccer game of the season on Saturday. It had felt like a scene in an old classic Bad News Bears. Her team comprised of 8 little girls and 2 boys who picked daisies in the field the whole time. So you see where this one's going? Yeah, let's keep reading. Played a team of 9 boys and 1 girl. The boys on the other team were coordinated, tough, and could shoot a score from the halfway line. My disappointment is immeasurable. My day is ruined. That's all I can say. To say they lost is an understatement. On the way home from the game, my daughter was beaming. She had so much fun. She didn't realize how bad they had lost. Meanwhile, I've been trying to learn tennis this year. I ran cross country and track as a kid, but now as an adult, I crave competition and a social sport. I found myself having a mental pity party after hitting practice recently. When am I going to get decent at this? How many hours will it take me to be any good? Many of my job seekers express the exact same frustrations about networking. They want to become good at networking, but they quit strategic networking after one informal interview that doesn't result in a job offer. My advice, reframe networking. Be more like my daughter and enjoy the process. Who cares if you lost and if your mother is pinning it on the fact that sexism, I guess. And like, imagine if like one of the parents of one of those kids in the soccer game read this, because they'd probably know. So just way to slander all of the kids there, especially the girls. And the funny thing, this was posted by a woman. So like, I don't know what she's trying to tell her kid, but okay. And I like that, I shouldn't say that I find it interesting that this woman just decided, I'm gonna just totally make fun of my kid and her soccer team to tell people that you should be happy that you suck at stuff. Who cares about getting good? Just be happy that you're terrible. At least I'm not terrible, so that's great. Well, she did kind of say she's terrible, but. Oh my God. Okay, now this one took me for a ride, all right? Kid said, I want to have an ice cream. Dad asked, what's the problem? Kid replied, Mom said no. Dad requested Mom. Mom still said no. Kid said, thank you. Dad said, but I failed. Kid said, at least you tried. So this kid is just like, I have ice cream. Dad's like, hey, mother of my child, can you let my kid have ice cream? Mom goes, no. And the dad's like, why are you happy, kid? I failed you. I didn't get you an ice cream cone. I'm literally crying. To say that this story moved me to tears would not be incorrect. Yeah, well, there you go. I cannot express the feelings I have for this. Shock? Kind of? Surprise? Definitely. It's a little bit of a weaker broem. There's no like, there's kind of a motivational piece, but I am so surprised that is not satirical, because I have no words. So like a true broem should go something like this, okay? Here's the ultimate broem. On my way for an interview to the government job, I was walking down the street and I saw this dead bird lying on the ground. I thought weird, because birds aren't real. So I bent down and I went to go and pick up this bird with my godlike presence, and it flew away. I healed it with my touch. And so I go to the government interview job and I sit down, and To my surprise, I look over at my interviewer. It's the bird I saved that day. Let's just say, I got that job. So just remember, you're cool, but not nearly as cool as me. And so the last one here, I feel like is a nice one to end off on. It is, do you really think all these people making podcasts and LinkedIn posts are ahead of you in life? Probably not. We see someone's accumulation of compounded success, but not how they started or how they really are as a person. We are all people. Don't be intimidated by success just because you think they're better than you. Truth is, unless shared many, many times, no one knows who the real story is behind the scenes. Yeah, I'm not gonna read through all of this. Anyways, basically they just say is, yeah, these LinkedIn hustlers may seem like they get clout, but we don't really know if they're all bad, which is true. Even though this is still kind of a hustler post, it comments on how everyone else is like, yeah, I'm great, and you might be able to be as great as me if you try and believe in yourself. And I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, take these with a grain of salt, very much so. So if you're looking to become a LinkedIn hustler from the research that I've done, all you need to do is have short paragraphs, short sentences, lots of emojis, I guess, a short kind of like sappy, cliche message. You should be good to go. So today we saw a lot of different motivational posts. There's more variety than I thought there was going to be. We have the brawlins, we have kind of brawlins, but basically just making fun of your kid for clout. We have things like poems. We have stolen content, like a lot of stolen content. Paragraphs basically just full of emojis and some more self-aware posts. I can't hate on them because they're making bank and they're, I guess, having fun doing it. They're not insinuating that you should sell your life to the hustle because that's terrible. Don't do that. I still think that the hustler mentality can be really detrimental if you feed into it too much. A lot of entrepreneurs and business people are all about, hustle never stops you reach your goals. You literally cannot stop to do anything. I find it with like the multi-level marketing things that is super prominent of, yeah, you might work a 9 to 5 or something, but if you want to get to your dreams and you want to own like a Lamborghini, you're gonna have to work 25 out of the 24 hours a day, and you can't have a life outside of work. And it can be super detrimental. These guys obviously aren't insinuating that you should do that, totally. And I can't hate, they're making bank, they're getting clout. So how can I hate on them when I can't even get in the club, Anyways, at the end of the day, if you're burnt out, nothing is fun, and I speak from experience. But as long as the hustle doesn't take over your life, reach your goals, maybe have a little fun doing it too. So I think that's gonna do it for today's video. It is just a lot. I have nothing else I can say about this except for that ice cream bro made me cry. I'm still trying to recover from that one. I really don't know what was going on over there. So if you liked what you saw today, please consider subscribing, like, comment, share, whatever, the whole deal. It helps me out a lot and I really appreciate it. If you want to see something else, please let me know. Maybe there's something else on LinkedIn that is weird. Maybe there's just something weird in general you want me to look at. As long as it's not gonna terrorize me and give me nightmares, cool. Thank you guys for the support on the previous video. I really appreciate that. That was kind of something new that I was trying out, so it's good to know that people like what I'm doing. So thank you guys for that. And I think that's gonna kind of be it for today, so cheers. Yes, I have a bright orange straw. I'm saving the planet. I'm actually just not using paper straws because they melt. And I don't want to drink paper coffee because that's not good.